Hello people, and welcome back to another video. So you joined me from inside the 5 series, and the plan for today is to do something with the interior. At the moment it's pretty standard, as you can see, and the plan is to make it look somewhat more lively, and I think the best way to do that is with this kit. So those of you that know, this is an LED ambient lighting kit for the door cards, the dash, and it has footwell lighting in it as well. But what's slightly different to this lighting kit is that it also has some lights that go behind the door handles, so it illuminates the door handles, and it also has some lights that go within the door card storage itself, so it illuminates that area as well, and it does that for all of the doors. We are going to be getting this taken to have it fitted by someone. Now, in terms of fitment, I think what we will do is have a light going along the dash just there, and another light bar going across just there underneath the trim. Ideally that's where I'd like it, but I'm not too sure on the fitment because the area is quite tight. We'll see what we can do with that area. Obviously same goes for all of the other doors as well. In terms of wiring, I think what they do is they tap into the window switch, window wiring. I'm not too sure on that, but that's why we're getting it fitted by somebody else. And in terms of controls, I don't think you can control it via remote. It's all through Bluetooth. It's an app that you guys have to download, which I will also show you if there's a barcode here somewhere. So that's the barcode for it there. That's what you download, and you have access to the app, which allows you to change the colors and all of that stuff. It does have some pretty cool features, but I think the best thing to do is to take the car away and have it fitted. So with the kit you get separate modules and separate wiring. So each module I think goes behind each door card, just to make sure, you know, it gives you a little bit of convenience, so you're not having to work through wires from all one place, because I'm pretty sure some of the kits, they all have one power source, which can be a little bit tricky. So there's your separate modules there, and of course your main one is in there. That's the one that controls everything, controls the color changing abilities and all that kind of stuff, as well as the footwell as well. There is your positive and your ground, I think, there, so it doesn't really show. Oh, the other way around actually, this way, so it doesn't really show, but it will be behind the either just in there. So if you guys can see what that looks like, or ideally I would like it in there, but I'm not too sure on how that will work depending on space. But I think that's pretty much it. We will get going and get the car dropped off, and I'll update you guys once it's done. So we are finally back in the E60. I've got the car back. The lights have been fitted. I did mention there were some fitment issues we had. That's kind of what delayed it, and I did want to get two different kind of shots for you, just to show you comparison of what it looks like in, well, when there's some daylight. I don't know how well you guys can see that. When there's some daylight, as opposed to some shots that are completely in the dark, which I'll try and get for you in the evening, hopefully in the evening. So I'll turn the camera around and I'll show you guys briefly what it looks like just now. So we'll start off from the center dash. That's what it looks like, and as you can see, it is very, very thin. The material is called, I think it's some kind of acrylic fiber, ultra thin, and it runs all the way along the dash. And there is some footwell lights as well, just there for it, all tucked away and hidden nicely. And a shot of what the door looks like. And this is kind of where we had the problem. So as you can see, it runs pretty seamless until we get to there. Reason being, the strips that they send you, not all of them are the same size, and as you can see, the front door is quite big. We did have some issues. We weren't really sure if we should go ahead with it, but what we decided was we'll go ahead with it. And I have been in touch with the company, and they are going to send me out some longer strips, which will get done at some point in the near future. So that little bit over there, that'll get covered soon as well. Initially the plan was to get it in between this little piece of trim here, But the problem with that was, as thin as the fiber is, you were struggling to squeeze it in between the little crevices there, because we did try it on the driver's side here, as I'll show you just now, but this actually broke and it came off because there's absolutely no wiggle room in there at all. It was easier to get it in there. And there are some door handle lights as well in there, and same again with the footwell, with the door storage compartment lights in there as well for you. And there's a little line running just along the gear shifter as well. I am now in the back seat just to show you guys what it looks like from the back. So as you can see, the back doors are pretty much bang on. The fitment is superb. It fits really well. The door handle lights are over there as well as the light for the storage compartment. And that's what it looks like. Same on the other side as well. Oh, the seat is in the way, but you get the picture. It's the same side, same idea on both sides. And the fitment is pretty much bang on. As you can see, I'll try and get it as close to it as I can. It is ultra thin. You really can't feel it or see it. It's in between the crevices here. And this is what it looks like from the back. So this is pretty much as dark as it's going to get, and I thought I would try and get some night shots for you guys of the car to show what it looks like. Here's the interior, and the rear door cards. And this is the app you pretty much control everything from. So if I were to change the color to, let's say, blue, you can see it's all changing to blue, and it is pretty quick, almost, well, pretty much is instantaneous. And you can go for any color you like, or if you fancy using one of their many custom modes that they have here, you can use them also. So this is probably what everybody's seen online. There we go. The front, across the dash. And the rear door panel as well. And this is there is extremely customizable. There's like over 200 settings you can play about with. At the moment I do have the footwell lights and the door handle lights at their lowest because they are super bright, and they can be kind of distracting while you're driving, so I do have the setting at its lowest. But what I'll do is I'll quickly put it on the highest to show you guys that they are actually there. So as you can see, you can keep playing about with whatever you like. Here we go, and it's changed again. And you can even control the speed, the brightness, etc. And I'm pretty sure there are over 200 settings, which I will show you guys here. There we go. So there's 210 settings you can play around with. But what I tend to do is I keep it on pretty much purple. So there, because I kind of feel that is not too bright, it's not too much, it looks nice, it's subtle, but it's still there. Now let me just show you guys the footwell lights, and that should be in here somewhere. I think these are the footwell lights. The app is kind of confusing, I won't lie. It is kind of tricky to get used to it at the start, but it's nothing too tricky. If you play about with the settings long enough, you will figure it out. So that's the footwell lights turning on now. They're just under there, and what I'll do is, so you can see the brightness is at its lowest, and it's still there, it's still somewhat visible. I'm just in the back seats just now. So what we'll do is, let's put the brightness up to its highest, and there we go. It's a lot brighter. Here's my feet there for comparison, so you guys can get a better view. There we go. That's what the front ones look like with green. and see if you were to go for a different color, you could do that. So if you were to change it to blue, it would change in lifetime. If you were to change it to, say, don't know, yellow, it would go to yellow as well. There's some custom colors for you, so if you want to play around with them. But as I say, I kind of just tend to have it here on purple, but the brightness at its low setting. So that pretty much wraps it up for this video. Let me know what you guys want to see in the future. I do have quite a few things lined up for this already. It's just getting the time to film it all, getting done. Ideally what I would like to do next is the iDrive, because I feel like it's quite boring. And I would like to have not an Android unit in there, maybe something else, but I'm still looking into that. So yeah, let me know what you guys want to see in future, and I'll try my best to get that out to you, and I'll see you guys in the next one.